School of Alchemy, Psychology, and Philosophy. Welcome.
Is a little gem of a book. It's the Zen teaching of Hui Hai. Hui Hai. That's one by John Blofeld, who lived in China and in a monastery where he was recuperating during World War II. He was given access to the original text of this book in Chinese. John Blofeld was a scholar, member of the London Buddhist Society, I believe, but recuperating in China in a remote monastery, and translated this first in a smaller version, and then he wrote this. I've had this for maybe 40 years, this particular book. I borrowed it from a library 40 years ago. I haven't given it back yet. I figure I'll give it back. It's from the Vedanta library. I figure I'll give it back when I someday, but or buy them another one. That's my bad. Another one is this is also by Blofeld, translated. It's a different Ch'an master. A few years after, almost a contemporary of Hui Hai. This one is Huang Po. In Japanese, because the Ch'an masters in China are referenced by the Japanese, but they're given Japanese names. So I reference the Japanese name of Huang Po here for a reason, which will become apparent in a moment. Obaku. Obaku.
Obaku.
Now, as I said, the reason I reference Obaku, who is Huang Po, or was, is because Obaku, or Huang Po, was the teacher of the very well-known Rinzai. Rinzai. And that's a Japanese name for Lin Chi. Rinzai never went to Japan. He was Chinese. This is the fellow right there. He's very stern, and the teachings are fantastic, in my opinion. So I've had all these three books.
How old is he?
Oh, sorry.
How old is he?
Well, let's see. If he was living today, he would be around 1,200 years old, more or less. But he died in 866 AD.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know exactly when he was born, but he was born maybe around 800 AD, something like that. So that's Rinzai. And these three, well, these are three of my favorites. I've had all these books for probably around 40 years apiece, I guess. Anyway, so the teachings have sat with me for a long, long time, since I was a tiny little baby.